All right now, find the neighbor and take a selfie with him. Find the neighbor. Keep it up, DJ, because I'm feeling good. Keep it up, because I'm feeling good. Tell your neighbor, you feeling good. Tell your neighbor, I'm feeling good. Come on, Jay, you feeling good? Come on. I'm feeling good. What's up? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Come on now. I'm feeling good. Come on now. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. You feeling good? Come on now. Feeling good. I'm feeling good. Shake it with my collector. I'm feeling good. Yeah. I can hear you loud and clear. Woo! All right. All right. Have a seat, everybody. You feeling good? Yeah. You feeling good? Woo! So here's the thing. You know, I was thinking about when I came out this morning and I got here, I'm about 6:30, 7 o'clock, and I came into the room, and I realized that there are a few challenges that we face as just people, that there's a few challenges that we face as entrepreneurs, that there's a few challenges that we face as speakers. And, you know, I thought about my 8-year-old son. I have an 8-year-old son. Anybody got children in here? Right. See, you got children, right? Now, the thing I love about children is they are uninhibited, but they learn some things from other winners. And so Addison Chase, that's his name, that's his first name, Addison Chase. I couldn't decide on one, so I just gave them both. And so here's the thing. When he first started playing football, what I noticed is that as soon as he scored his first touchdown, what did he do? Does anybody know? He slammed the ball, and what did he do? He did the dance, didn't he? He did the dance. Now, that taught me something. Here's what it taught me, right? It taught me that he had already planned what he was going to do before he ever got the touchdown. He had already planned what he was going to do before he got the victory. The victory was assumed. All he did was plan for exactly what I'm going to do when I get the victory. And see, here's the thing. A lot of times we plan to be successful, but we really don't plan for what's going to happen when we become successful. We really don't plan for our wins. What we really do is we plan to win, hope to win, but because we don't ever believe that we're really going to win, right, we never get our dance. See, listen, when y'all make your first $1 million as speakers, I got my dance plan for y'all already. It's like this. I'm ready for it, right? It's right. I'm ready for it, right? You know, in the NFL, right? They got the dance, they got the shuffle, they got the dab. How you got the dab? See, some of y'all came here to win. Y'all came here to what? Who came to win? Who came to win? Who came to win? Who came to win? You came to win. Did they come to win, DJ? Right? And they came to win, and you didn't even plan your victory dance. See, you got to plan for what that thing is going to look like when you make your first $1 million. DJ, can we help them plan that? Can we help them plan that? Right? So listen, first, I want you to get it in your mind, get a picture in your mind of winning. Picture it. Picture it in your mind. And when you get it in your mind, like, okay, just imagine. You ever see people that go on the Price is Right? Now, you know they go on the Price is Right, but they got it planned. That if they call my name, they be like, ah! Right? They know that if they win, they got another dance planned. But they have planned their win before they ever hit the stage. And what's happening is you ain't practiced your victory dance. So before we get started, I'm going to already assume that your win is already predestined. Is that okay? Who came to win? All right, so everybody on your feet, let's get ready for our victory dance. Come on, DJ. Come on. Dance with me now. Dance with me. Come on now. Now, act like you really won. Act like you really won. All right. Come on down here, Roland. Come on down here, Roland. Somebody's done. Nah, come on up here, Corey. Come on down here. Head to that stage. Come on. Let me see that victory dance. Come on down to this stage. Let me see that victory dance. Come on down here. Let me see that victory dance. Come on down. That's a stage right there. Come on down, man. Come on, y'all. Oh, there we go. That's a victory dance right there. Come on down here. See, I'm going to do my victory dance. See, what you going to do when you make your first meeting? Is that how it's going to go down? That's how it's going to go down? What you going to do? See, when they bring you to that stage and then millions and millions of people watching you all over the world, what you going to do? What you going to do? Come on, Ed, what you going to do? What you going to do? What that dance going to look like? Woo! Looking good, looking good. See, Corey got the real dance. Woo! Too high to get over. Yeah, yeah. Woo! Yeah, yeah. Woo! Give yourselves a hand. See, there's a lot that we can learn from some kids, literally. But you know, I had my victory dance set up too. I had my victory move. Some got a, what is it, the dab? Some got the shuffle. You know, even in the NFL, when those players get there, they're the best in the world. They've been training all their life for the biggest stage of their life. But don't you know, when they get to that end zone, their dance, they already got it prepared. So I call it the money dance, you know, the money dance. Everybody should have a money dance. So rule number one of success, you got to have a what? Money dance. Right. Anybody want to see my favorite move? Yes. You want to see my favorite move when I win? Yes. Let me tell you how my favorite move goes. You want to know why? Because I realize that these things don't happen without God. And I realize that we don't do it by ourselves. See, that's my number one move, right? And so in a space like this, always take the opportunity to just thank God for the opportunity to be able to sow in the lives of entrepreneurs, speakers, and coaches all around the world. Is that okay? All right. So for those who don't know me, my name is Trevor Ott, affectionately known as Black CEO. Right? Sometimes infamously known as Black CEO. But here's what I can tell you. As a Black CEO, I'm unapologetic about the cultural distinction that I represent in the marketplace. And I believe that as entrepreneurs, you have to be unapologetic about the unique distinction that you represent in the marketplace. Now, if I might just be a little bit candid today, I remember the first time that I embraced the unique distinction that I represent in the marketplace. And the reason why I'm having this conversation is because there is something in each of us that makes us unique. That's why we were created. We were created to be unique. And so I was at the Infusionsoft conference, and I was at the Ultimate Marketer event. And they were just highlighting and celebrating all of the ultimate marketers in the country. And at the time, me and Shay were the only Black people in the room. It was just me and Shay. And what happened is they had about, Rome was probably a little bit bigger than this, right? And they had literally people from all over the world. And what they did is they let every single person introduce themselves. And each person would get up and they would introduce themselves and they would say, my name is blankety blank and I help people make more money with less effort. Next person would get up and they would say, my name is such and such and I help people make more money with less effort. By the time they got to like the 150th person, that person got up and says, my name is blank and I help people make more money with what? Less effort. How many of y'all know that by the time they got to just the fifth person, people were already tired of hearing it? Yeah. And so me and Shay had just gotten in. We were in Scottsdale. And our flight had gotten in late, so we were the last people to really enter the room. So we were sitting in the back of the room. So we were the last people to get a chance to introduce themselves. And I was getting ready to say, my name is Trevor Ott, and we help people make more money with what? And I couldn't do it. So I got up and I said, hey, my name is Trevor Otts. We're from the Peak Performance Institute. And we run the largest live streaming platform devoted to African Americans in the personal and professional development space. I had never said it. Understand, I had never said it before. Understand that we were the only black people in the room. I was nervous about my distinction, right? Everybody, you understand what I mean? You ever sometimes you ever get nervous about just standing out, that you want to fit in so much? But I said something different. We were the last people to introduce ourselves. Then they went to break. When they went to break, Shay and I had a line from this end of the room all the way to that end of the room where people wanted to meet us. And it taught me in that moment that we all have to stand for our unique distinction, right? Too many times in the world, we got too many fit outpreneurs or too many fit inpreneurs, and what we need is some fit outpreneurs, right? We got too many speakers trying to fit in to the trendy narrative of the day. You know, the trendy narrative of the day is, let me teach you 7 ways to make 7 figures, knowing that it's probably going to take you 2,001 ways to do it. Let me teach you how to make 7 figures in 30 days, knowing that you may spend 2 to 3 years before you ever have your first 7-figure year. And so we see, if you look at the true success that's happening in the marketplace right now, think of a company like Dollar Shave Club, no different than Black CEO. They say, listen, the only thing we do is sell what? Razors. That's the only thing we sell. Only thing we're going to sell is razors. And they started at their company, and it's the only thing we sell is razors, and we sell them to who? Anybody know? No, men. Men. And what happened is 18 months later, they had $1 billion valuation because they were unapologetic about the unique distinction and the unique result that they wanted to create in the marketplace. And what I came here to tell you today, I don't care what your unique distinction is. It could be you work with women. It could be that you talk to pastors. Listen, I created Black CEO. I don't care what your unique distinction is, you got to stand in that. So what I want you to do is I want you to be unapologetic about the unique distinction that you represent in the marketplace. You got to stand in that. The thing that pushes on you is that you got to somehow just fit into the narrative. And that may not be your narrative. So as speakers, the reason why you get this stage, the reason why you get this microphone is because you are a stand for somebody somewhere that somebody didn't, they needed somebody to stand for them, and that's you. Does everybody get that? Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to be talking about today is really how to represent that unique distinction and also what you can do to generate revenue as a result of it. Is that okay? Yeah. Is that okay? So what I want to talk to you about is what precipitated my rise as an entrepreneur, and in many ways, I think that it's a journey that many of us could identify with. So here's the thing I can tell you, that it's not a conversation for everybody, but I can tell you it is for that person that's really tired of being a solopreneur. And one of the things I've learned about being this solopreneur is that I'm in a room full of superheroes, right? You got Ed over there with his super red tie. You got Dr. over there in a power yellow, right? I mean, y'all can look around. I mean, don't they look like superheroes? I mean, y'all got superpowers, right? Now, here's the thing. Even though you have superpowers, your natural inclination is to believe that if you want something done right, you got to what? Yeah, that's like one of the biggest lies that they'll ever tell you. So let me give you the new narrative, that if you really want something done right, you got to put a process in place. You got to put a system in place. You're not Superman. You're not Superwoman. You can't leap tall buildings with a single bound. And so what you got to do is you got to put a process in place. You got to put a system in place. And I want you to write this down. You got to stop spending dollar time on penny tasks. Write it down. Stop spending dollar time on penny tasks. See, here's what I've learned, that people spend 90% of their time on who they are, you know? And what you got to do is you got to really start spending more of your time on your processes and your system. This conversation that we're going to have today is really for people who feel overwhelmed by the things that they don't know. And I know I've been to a lot of conferences. I go to conferences every week. And I'm telling you, I'm tired of them same old speeches. I'm tired of 7 figures to this, 8 ways to do this, 10 steps to do this. If I hear another person give me some generic success formula that does not actually work. I think I'm going to die, right? So I'm not going to give you that. And it's really for those people. I think the world is really crying out for authenticity right now. And I think, how many of y'all agree with me that the world is crying out for authenticity and transparency? Yeah. And so one of the things I promised myself is that I was never going to go to another stage and share trendy, generic kind of conversation. So I want you to know, as an entrepreneur, I've been there. I've been where each of you are right now, where you're sitting at. And on the road to entrepreneurship, I can tell you, they turned off my lights, right? I remember coming home one time, and I was running what I thought was a successful company. I was able to pay all of my employees, but I couldn't pay my own bills. And so one day I got home, and they turned off all of my lights. And I had to actually go to do a presentation later because I was also running for public office. So you know what I did? I got home, I didn't have any clothes to wear. All my clothes were in trash bags sitting in front of my house. So you know what I did? I went and got one of my shirts out of the bag. It was too wrinkled to really wear. So I had seen the president when he was giving, Barack Obama, when he was giving his speeches, he was rolling up his sleeves. So you know what I did? I rolled up my sleeves. I said, I'm going to turn this into part of my narrative. And I went up there and I said, yeah, I'm a working man for the people. Right? Look, I saw a quote today. It said that a boat doesn't sink because of the water around it. It sinks because of the water that got in it. And what it said is that no matter what's happening around you, don't let it what? Get in, right? So they repossessed my car. I was an entrepreneur. I was running a business and they repossessed my car. They used to repossess my car so often that when they would just come to the door and say, Mr. Ice, did you want to get anything out? Now, when the repo man knows your name, when he knows your name, you're on the first name basis, that's a bit of a problem. Would you agree? You know, I filed bankruptcy. They took my house. But I can tell you, they couldn't take my heart. They couldn't take my heart. And I'm going to tell you, sometimes in this industry, sometimes in your journey, you're going to run across obstacles where they're going to try to take your heart. You know, and you can't let them take your heart because business is not a fairy tale. You know, I want to get up in this stage and I want to tell you about all my wins. I want to sing my song of success. Y'all know the song, which is I got a car, I got a mansion, you know, and I used to see all of this stuff like on social media and the internet. I used to feel like such a failure because all I saw were pictures of other people's success. But here's the truth. I failed. A lot. And I'm going to fail again, but I want you to write this down. As soon as you stop letting failure dictate your emotional responses, you'll be ready for success. As soon as you stop letting failure dictate your emotional responses, you'll be ready for success. Some of y'all, the reason why I can tell you're not ready for success, because failure is still dictating your emotional responses. Somebody tell you no, boom, your emotions is all out of whack. Can I tell y'all a story? Look, when I launched the Black CEO brand, I got a bunch of no's. I called up people, they said no. Called up another person, they said no. I called up another person, they said no. One day, Shay called one more person to see if he could get a yes. They told him no. We were in my kitchen. I walked around, right, and I sat down at the computer, and Shay said, what are you doing? I said, I don't care what else you do. I don't care who else you call, but I'm launching this now. When is now a good time to get started? Now. And so here's the thing. When we launched, within 30 minutes, we had 10,000 hits. In less than 60 days, we had 2.5 million hits. Right? We had tens of thousands of people who answered the call. Yeah. Because the thing is, I stopped letting failure dictate my emotional responses. Everybody get that? See, here's the thing that I can tell you. See, there's just as much to be learned from failure as there is to be learned from success. Everybody get that? Now, write that down. There's just as much to be learned from failure as there is to be learned from success. Now, here's the thing. When they are trying to find a cure for cancer, who do they study? Right? They study the sick. Right? And oftentimes when we're trying to be successful, Sometimes the only people we want to study are the people who look like they're winning. But what I want to know is what they did when they failed. There's just as much to be learned from failure as there is to be learned from success. See, truth is that business is not a race. See, in a race, winning is defined by finishing first. But business is a process, and winning is defined by finishing, period. So what we got to do is we got to learn how to finish. See, in business, the only language that they use is, and some of y'all today, some of y'all got a chance to work with Ruben, and Ruben had an order form, he had an offer, right? And some of y'all, the first thing that came to your mind is what's going to be the return on my, oh, sounds like a song, right? Everybody know that song, doesn't it? It's a song. We all know the hook to that song, right? Even new entrepreneurs who've never been in business more than one day still know RO what? Yeah, return on investment. Let me give you a new term. The new term is the return on the investment ain't the thing that you're really looking for. That is a mirage. What you're really looking for is a return on finish. What you're looking for is an ROF. See, finishing is completing something to the point that it can go on without your on-site supervision. Let me just say that again. Finishing is completing something to the point that they can go on without your on-site supervision. And here's the thing. When a deficit shows up in your business, when a deficit shows up in your life, when a deficit shows up, period, it is merely an indicator of something that you didn't finish. And so if you find that there's a deficit in your business, maybe you didn't finish your marketing, maybe you didn't finish your branding, maybe you didn't finish your social media plan. But here's the thing I can tell you. If you finish something, it will not return until you void. The question is not how you going to get my money back. The real question is what you going to help me finish. See, the thing about it, if you just wanted a return on your investment, go get a stockbroker. If you really wanted a return, just a return on your investment, go to Wall Street. This right here is built around purpose. This right here, this is built around creating results. I did not come here to get you a return on your investment. As a matter of fact, if you want a return on your investment, there's the door. But if you want to finish something, because there's something in your life that is not complete, you're in the right place. See, I told y'all this is not for everyone. This ain't for everybody. This is for that real entrepreneur. This is for that make a difference-preneur. This is for that mompreneur. If you're a mompreneur, stand up. If you're a dadpreneur, stand on your feet. If you're a familypreneur, if you're on your feet. If you're just a purposepreneur, you can stand on your feet, right? You just stand on your feet, right? Because this ain't for everybody. This is for the real entrepreneur, right? And first of all, just give yourself a round of applause. Because here's the thing. See, and you just stay steady. Because see, this is not a presentation. You see, it's a story. And see, being that this is not a presentation and it's a story, here's the thing that I want you to know, right? We get to write our own story. We get to write our own destiny. Are we okay with that? Yes. And so what I can tell you is that in that we get the chance to write our own story, we got to be more disciplined about it. So here's the thing, and I want you to hear me closely. First of all, if you know that you refuse to let somebody take your heart and you're going to pursue your destiny no matter what, stand on your feet. If you know that you really came here to make a difference, I want you to stand on your feet. Right? If you know that no matter what happens to you in this world, you will pursue the results that you were created to produce in the lives of others, I want you to stand on your feet. And here's what I want you to do. Right? I want you to repeat after me. Let's just practice a little bit because I want to make sure y'all got it in. Right? Turn that up a little bit, DJ. Repeat after me. I will take this world by storm. Woo! I feel the energy. I will make fear my footstool. Woo! I will make failure and mediocrity bow to my will to succeed. Okay, that's good. I will operate with a sense of purpose. Woo! I'm starting to believe y'all. I will serve others with the gifts God gave me to enhance their life. I am committed. I am successful. I am, fill your name in the blank. Okay, we're going to try it again because I didn't really hear you. They heard you, but I didn't hear you, right? So let's just try that again. I will take this world by storm.
Will take this world by storm.
I will make fear my footstool.
Will make fear my footstool.
Do you believe it?
Yes.
Do you believe it?
Yes.
Okay, let's see if you really believe it. I will make failure and mediocrity bow to my will to succeed. I will operate with a sense of purpose. I will serve others with the gifts God gave me to enhance their life. I am committed. I am successful. I am Trevor Ives. Okay, we're going to do it one more time like we actually mean it. Turn to your neighbor, turn them, face, find somebody, look them in the eye. I will take this world by storm. Woo, I think I believe you. I will make fear my footstool. Woo! I will make failure and mediocrity bow to my will to succeed. I will operate with a sense of purpose. Put your hands on your neighbor. I will serve others with the gifts God gave me to enhance their life. I am committed. I am successful. I am. Woo! Give yourselves a round of applause. Do you believe it? 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 Woo! Woo! Give yourselves a round of applause. Sometimes you got to unleash the beast. This is a stage. It is meant for you to make a difference. If you don't know, see, here's the thing. You got to stop standing in your expertise, and you got to start standing in your purpose. They can't stop you when you stand in your purpose. You know my favorite superhero? It's the Hulk. Because you know what? The madder he gets, the stronger he gets. And you just see at some point, he just does what? Tear off the shirt. Raw! Raw! I'm in a room in front of some of the best speakers in the country. Yeah, woo! That's y'all. But this is not a lecturing. This is a stage. And so many of you want to get on the stage, but you're not ready because you want to stand just in your expertise. But your expertise was only so that you can serve your purpose. That's it. Stand in that. Stop being so scripted. Stop being so trendy. Stop just trying to be like everybody else. You don't have to be the fit-inpreneur. You don't have to be the fit-in speaker. You can fit out and you'll still be okay. So being that this is a story, I figure our story needs a title. Is that okay? So let me go ahead and name this story. Rise of the Impactpreneur. Is that okay? It's the person that came to make a difference and a dollar at the same time. But I told you, it's a confession. It's not a presentation. I'm just here to confess. Right?
Can you go back to that one for a minute?
Absolutely. Come on, let's go on back. Rise of the Impactpreneur. He got it. By the way, I love the fact that he said, take it back. You want to know why? Because he realizes that this is his presentation, that he came here to get something. Here's what I want you to write down. Note takers are money makers. Note takers are money makers. Write that down. Note takers are money makers. Right? I know, so you got her to do it. You rocked it. See, that's the move. See, listen, today, the video got, right? Today, we can talk about this real time, right? His TV got accidentally broken. Everybody said, oh. Right? And he said, sir, we're not going to have a confidence model today. And I said, listen, no, it's just a suggestion. Right? It's never the answer. So I looked up. Now I'm in a hotel room, and in every room they got a what? TV. Every room they got a TV. How many of y'all know I was getting ready to head upstairs and get that TV out of my room? Right? Write it down. No is just a what? Suggestion. You got to learn that as an entrepreneur. No is a suggestion. Yes. It ain't the answer. That's right. Just a suggestion. So, confession number 2, just confession of a serial marketer. I've been a marketer all my life. Is that what you want to do is, in entrepreneurship, you got to learn how to be circular. You got to go circular. So write that down. Go circular. Don't worry. We're going to do a little motivation, a little inspiration, but we're going to learn too in here.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Rolling like a big shot.
So what I realize is that one of the problems that we face as entrepreneurs is that many of us think circular in nature or think linear in nature. And so what we got to do is we got to abandon linear business logic. And so most of us have been taught that you got to start with the end in mind. You ever hear that? And I disagree. I think wrong. Wrong. And so many people said it that everybody started saying it. It was a trend. And all of a sudden I said, well, I don't believe that we should start with the end in mind. And here's why. Is that when you start with the belief that you got to start with the end in mind, what happens is when you get people to start working with you, you believe that the first thing you want to do is to get them to do what? Start, right? Then you go through with them, right? That's the middle. And then eventually they end up at the what? End, right? And it's very linear. And then what happens is you create a natural problem. Now let me tell you how I learned this. I love my son. I love being a father. I love being a father. Love it. And so my son, Addison Chase, here's what he said to me one day, and then I'm going to teach you why I don't believe in linear thinking. He said, Daddy, why does this coyote keep running off the cliff? How many of y'all know we was watching The Road Runner? See, I'm in the room for the grown folks. We know what The Road Runner is, right? And I said, son, by the way, that's my son right there, right? Haircut. His hair's cut, my hair's cut. We're fresh. And, you know, sometimes your kid asks you the darndest questions. And so I said, oh, son, he probably didn't see the cliff. How many of y'all got kids? How many of you know that answer was not good enough? So my son says, Daddy, because he ran off the cliff last time. So I'm sitting there trying to think of some type of answer that's going to satisfy my son. But for a second, I started to just think about it. And so here's the thing that I realized about Wile E. Coyote. Wile E. Coyote had a business card. That meant he was in business. So if you ever watch Wile E. Coyote, there's an episode of Roadrunner where it says, Wile E. Coyote, super genius. So you know what that also meant? He was real smart. His car says super genius. Everybody in this room is real smart, just like Wile E. Coyote. He was ambitious. How do we know he was ambitious? He had a goal. He pursued it every day, right? His goal was to do what? Catch the road runner. You got a goal. You're pursuing being amazing speakers. You're pursuing being ultimate entrepreneurs. He got up every day. He did the same thing every day, so we know he worked hard. And we know he had a goal, just like you. But if you would have told me that you can be really smart, work really hard, have a goal, be consistent, and get this, he even had a business plan. He went to Acme and got a plan, right? Right? Right, he got a plan. And he inevitably still fails. And I had to answer this question, why did he fail? And by the way, let me just take this as a nugget. Look, some of y'all are so afraid of success that you use planning as an excuse to procrastinate. I'm just going to let that just hang in the air for a little bit. Right? Sometimes we are so afraid of success that we use planning as an excuse to procrastinate. Listen, whatever idea, vision, concept you get in your mind, first thing you do is launch it. Nike got the best quote, just do it. Just do it. If it works, then put a plan in place to replicate that which already worked. Then put a plan in place to optimize the thing that already worked. Then put a plan in place to make that which already works sustainable. Let me tell you something. They'll probably throw me out of every business school in America because the thing that I realize is that they align. No, you don't need a plan. What you need is to get started. You ain't got to get it right. All you got to do is get started. Write it. You ain't got to get it right. All you got to do is get it started. Once you get it started, then you start creating plans to make that which you started work. Because what we normally want to do is we want to create the plan before we get started. And then we never get started because we wonder what's going to go wrong. Right. So that's Wile E. Coyote. He got this plan to catch the road runner. He's ambitious. He's working hard. He's successful. But I still got to answer my 8-year-old son, why does this doggone coyote keep walking off this daggone cliff? And each time he seems to be running off the cliff faster and faster, just like us. And every time the same thing would happen. So let me tell you what I realized. Let me just move this back for just a second. Here's what used to happen. Probably more like this. The coyote would be chasing the roadrunner. And they would be running and running and running, right? And they're just running and running and running in this straight line, right? Eventually, the roadrunner realizes that the coyote is a linear thinker, that he's only going to run and do it one way. So eventually, the roadrunner just does this. Steps to the side, right? And the coyote keeps doing what? Running right off the cliff, right? And then all you hear is, make the sound with me. In next episode, the same thing happened. Because he kept running in a straight line. He wouldn't abandon his linear thinking. And because of that, the result was all the same. When you are working with your clients, what happens is, if you are a linear thinker, here's the problem, is that it creates, what happens is you run your business right off the cliff. And then as the roadrunner is looking over the cliff and seeing the roadrunner all crashed at the bottom, he ordered 2 words. What's those words? Me. It's French for you idiot. Right? So what happens is when we think linear, what happens is we run our business off the cliff, and when the client gets to the end of our process, because they start with our process, they go through with our process, and they get to the end. But when they get to the end, both you and the client are thinking the same thing. What's next? And they're going to say, okay, well, next, I need to go find somebody else to work with. Your next is going to be, I got to go find another customer. Wow. Right? And so basically, I don't believe that you should start with the end in mind. What I actually believe is you got to stop walking your clients and your business off the cliff. What I actually believe is that what you got to do is start thinking circular. Now, here's the thing. Let me just say something. In the world that we exist in now, they have these things called sales. Does anybody know? Funnels. Anybody heard that word? Raise your hand. Marketing funnels, right? Here's the thing about that. Is I want y'all to write down, no more funnels. No more funnels, right? And if you're watching online, just put hashtag no more funnels. Let me tell you why. A funnel is a linear process. People come in the funnel, right? And then they go down in a straight line, and then they come out at the what? At the end, right? At the bottom, right? It's still linear. right? Because what happens is, listen, a process that brings clients in and spits them out can't be a good thing. You follow me? You'll never hear any major company talking about funnels. Has anybody ever heard Apple say funnel? They don't have funnels. They don't have funnels. You will not hear them. They have ecosystems. They think circular. Now, sometimes they get cute with the funnel. They turn it sideways. It's still linear. People come in, people go out. What you want to do is you got to think circular. And instead of starting with the end in mind, let's start with the beginning in mind. Let's just assume that, write this down, the purpose of my business plan is to get the customer back to the beginning, right? So one day I was in a room for the intellectuals, and they said, Trevor, you can't get on the stage and say starting with the end in mind is wrong. And I was in a room for the intellectuals, and they said, well, prove it, Trevor. Everybody say prove it. The Bible starts with Genesis and ends in Revelation. We don't read it backwards forward. We read it from the beginning forward. We start with the what in mind? We start with the beginning in mind. We start with the beginning in mind. So they said, but Trevor, that's just some stuff. I said, okay. I said, what is the most profitable company in the world right now? Everybody knew it, Apple. So who in here has an iPhone? Raise your hand. Woo! Good God, look at all these iPhone people. So look how Apple works, right? Apple is thinking circular. What they did is first, you buy the iPhone, right? Then after you buy the iPhone, you buy the iPad, right? So I'm just put that in there, right? Then, if you're so inclined, you get yourself a MacBook Pro, right? Then, now they got Apple TV, right? Right? Then, now they got a what? Apple Watch. Right? Then listen to this. After you finish buying the iPhone, the iPad, the Apple Watch, the MacBook Pro, Apple TV, then it's time for you to buy iPhone 2, iPad 2, MacBook Pro, Apple TV, Apple Watch, and then it's time to buy iPhone. You get it? They run in an ecosystem. Their plan is to get you back to the beginning. What they're trying to do is get you in the middle of an ecosystem. Because you got to stop thinking linear. See, listen, if you think linear, you'll always go back to the drawing board. You'll be like a drug addict looking for a new hit. I need a new customer. You know, I can always tell when somebody is running a linear model when they're using funnels. Is because they get so desperate they keep running. Hey, by the way, they got commission breath. I can smell it on them, right? Because it creates desperation because they're always looking for their next client. See, sometimes you don't need more clients. Sometimes you don't need more customers. Sometimes you need more of the clients and more of the customers that you already have spending more money with you. Yeah. Apple is trying to keep you in the ecosystem. And see, this ain't new. You've known this since you were a child. The first game that you ever learned about business was called Monopoly. Now let's play it out. You go around Baltic Avenue, you go around Atlantic, you go around, what's the red ones, right? You go around, what's that one? Baltic, you go around Baltic, you go around Atlantic Avenue. Then afterwards, you come around Boardwalk, and after you pass Boardwalk, you pass what? And you collect what? Right, and then you go around Baltic, you go around the railroads, right? You go around Atlantic, you go around Boardwalk, and then you pass what? Right, because the thing that they're trying to teach you is that business is a circle. It goes round and round and around, right? And you got to think circular. Let me use this as an example. See, we make business way too hard. We make business way too hard. Way too hard. You know, when my son was little, by the way, my son is teaching this class today, not Trevor Otts. When he was little, there was this little nursery rhyme that he used to play all the time. And y'all might have heard it. The wheels on the bus go round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. So I got a new song for y'all. The wheels on your business go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on your business go round and round all through the town. Right? See, I didn't teach y'all anything. Y'all already knew this song, right? I'm just trying to put y'all back in touch with what you already know. And the thing is, what we are doing is we're being tricked out of our common sense. Wow. Business is circular. So everybody say with me, no more funnels.
No more funnels.
No more funnels, y'all. No more funnels. Write it down. Listen, what you want to build is you're trying to build an ecosystem that gets people back to the beginning. All right. Confession number 3. Oh, yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. Confession number 3. Write it down. I must turn problems into products. All right, repeat after me. I must turn problems into products. Right? Here's the thing. All products are the solution to somebody's problem. All products are the solution to somebody's problem. And the thing that I want you to know is that oftentimes we see problems as a precursor to doom. But oftentimes problems are really a precursor to success. So I grew up in the hood. Now, some of y'all might know what the hood is. Some of y'all might not know that. I grew up in the hood. That means there were liquor stores on every corner, right? That means I had pawn shops next door. And in the hood, we didn't have any banks. What we had was the opportunity to drive across town to the bank. And one day they came to my neighborhood and they said, hey, one of the things that we're going to do is we're going to provide greater opportunities, but we're not going to put a bank in your neighborhood. People would get mad. And when asked, why wouldn't you put any banks in our neighborhood, here's the answer that they gave. Well, the people in your neighborhood pull out more money than what they actually have in their bank account, and the banks are not in the business of losing money. Everybody would get mad. Everybody would lose it. The town mayor would scream, and nothing would get done. 6 months later, same meeting, same result. People take out too much money, and we're not in the business of losing money, so we're done. So you know what they did? I believe that eventually somebody got smart. And so along came this bank, Nations Bank, and they created this product called overdraft protection, right? And they put a bank in our neighborhood. Now, they made so much doggone money, right, that bank went on to become one of the top 5 banks in the United States right now, Bank of America. And they made so much money that Congress had to step in and regulate how much money you could actually make with overdraft protection because all the other banks started doing it. They made so much money that they now created a new product called extended overdraft protection because somebody turned problems into products. Everybody got that? All right, confession number 4. Once you turn the problem into a product, what do you market? Not the product. You market the problem. The reason why you market the problem is so that people can see the problem that they have in your solution. So you got to market the problem. Everybody get that? Market the problem. So let me tell you how significant this is. 10, 20 years ago, the largest bottling company and manufacturer for basically soft drinks was Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Right? If you weren't under one of their brands, they just swallowed you up. There were other companies that tried to take them on, like Jolt, who said, well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to give you more caffeine, see if that works. Other companies said, we're going to give you supersized sodas and give you twice as much for the same amount of money. That didn't work. But along comes this other company that says, look, what I got to do is turn problems into products. So the first thing I got to ask myself is what problem does soda solve? Isn't that a crazy question? What problem does soda solve? Isn't that ridiculous? But he asked himself this question. But what is in all soda? Caffeine, right? What other product has caffeine in it? Coffee. And why do most people drink coffee? To stay alert, to get some energy. So the guy said the reason why people drink soda is to really get energy. The problem that it solves is people have low energy. So once he figured out what the problem was, he got to market the problem, right? So he creates this commercial. Shows this guy sluggish, losing in life, can't get a break, down on his luck. You know when you see the cartoons where a dark cloud is over you, raining on you? And this is this guy. And then all of a sudden, what you see is somebody walk up and give him a drink. And all of a sudden, The guy drinks it, stands up straight, kisses the girl, and flies off. And they say, Red Bull gives you? Because they were marketing the problem. Because they marketed the problem, they changed the whole bottling and soda industry. Now it's all about the energy drink, ain't it?
Yeah. Red Bull gives you wings.
Red Bull gives you wings. So here's the next thing. How many of y'all actually want to know how to really get somebody to invest with you? I'm gonna give y'all one of my secrets. If you take this secret to the grave, I'm telling you, you're gonna get paid immensely. Listen, after you market the product, most people think, okay, I marketed the product, it's time to sell the what? The product. No, it is not time to sell the product. Listen, sell the vision and position the product. I don't sell products. Look, sell the vision, position the product. Put that in your note. Sell the vision, position the product. We got to sell the what? Vision. And position the what? Product. Right. Now, let me tell you why this is significant. Listen, y'all ain't product pushers. So get that out of your mind. Y'all are not product pushers. Right? Matter of fact, I hate product pushers. If you hate product pushers, raise your hand. I hate product pushers. Say it.
I hate product.
That's how people going to feel if you keep trying to push your products on them. Right? I'm a purpose maximizer. Sell the vision, position the product. Let me tell you what that means. This is anytime you're trying to really get a client to work with you. Sell the vision. Write this down. The vision is help them see what you see for them. Help them see what you see for them. Now watch this. Everybody get your fingers ready. Get your fingers ready. Point. Help them see what you see for them. Right? Let's do it again. Help them see what you see for them. Look at your neighbor. Help them see what you see for them. Right? Now, I'll come to your question in a second. Once you help them see what you see for them, then you are positioning the product as a way for them to achieve their dreams, as a way for them to achieve their aspirations, as a way for them to achieve the things that they want in their life. That your product is listen, you don't ever have to tell them you want to sell a product. You're in business, they know you came to sell a product. What they want to know is, can your product help them achieve their vision? And let me tell you, you got to see it before you see it, or you'll never see it. Yes. Let me tell you what that means. You got to see it, the thing that you want to happen in your life, before it manifests itself. See it before you what? See it. So you got to see it before you see it, or you'll what? You'll never see it. So oftentimes, the reason why they're dealing with you is because they don't see it. And so what you got to do is, y'all ready? Help them see what you see for them. Every time I get on the phone and I talk to a client, every time I get a chance to sit down and talk to a client, every time I get to the stage, the thing that I got to ask myself is, what do I see for them? What if I don't see something for them? That is not your client. Before I got to this stage today, I asked myself the question, what do I what? What do I see for them? Right? The thing that I realized, I said I'm in a room full of speakers, and the problem is they're planning for success, but they don't see it yet. That's why we started out with the victory what? We started out with the victory dance. Didn't we, DJ? We started out with a victory dance, and we had a bit of a good time in the DJ, because you got to see it before you what? Or you'll never see it. So I wanted y'all to be in the end zone, seeing yourself doing the what? By the way, did y'all actually get y'all victory dance? I told you I got one. When y'all make your first million, I'm already ready. I'm ready for y'all, right? I got my dance ready for you. So you sell the vision, and you help them. You sell the vision and you position the product. You got that? All right. Confession number 5. Let me see. Oh, yeah, confession number 6. Thank you. Right? People don't buy products and services. People don't buy products and services. They buy the brand. Now, here's the thing I want you to do. Okay. If you have ever purchased peanut butter in your life, stand up. If you ever purchased peanut butter in your life, stand up. If you've ever purchased, stay standing. If you've ever purchased peanut butter for your kids, your nephews, ever eaten peanut butter, ever tasted peanut butter, stand on your feet. Just stand on your feet. Okay. Now, everybody who has ever tasted peanut butter, bought peanut butter, done anything with peanut butter, stay standing. Okay, got everybody standing. Okay. Where are my Jiffy people? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Okay, keep my eye. Listen, this is an activity room. Raise them high. Stand for something, right? Raise up for something, right? Now, everybody who buys Jiffy, go over there. Just go stand over there. You don't need no purses, no pens, no nothing. Just stand over there. Now, wait, don't worry. I'm coming to you, right? If you buy Skippy, go stand over there, right? If you buy Nutella, go stand over there. If you got Peter Pan, go stand over there, right? Go stand over there. Now, some of you buy generic stuff, but the name brand people, go stand over there. Now, Corey, do me a favor. If you'll get this down for me and move this board over there. Yep. Okay. Go stand over there. Go stand over there. Okay. All right. Now, did we get the Nutella people? We got the Skippy people? We got the peanut.
I buy them all.
Okay. Over there.
So where do I go?
Nope. Over there. Do you buy them all? Do you buy generic?
No, I buy all the name brands.
Okay, go over there. You're a name brand. Go on over there. 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 Okay. Okay, now, if you buy generic, you don't care what it is, taste don't matter, you like it's just whatever, you put it in there. I want you to go stand over there by the white one. Right? If you don't buy peanut butter right, at all, I want you to go stand over there. What do you buy? Whatever it is, over there. Doesn't matter, over there. You're over there. What about you? Nationally made? Are you buying a name brand? No. Nope, you're over there. I got you. You're over there. Okay. Got you. I know you got the foot, but what do you buy? Okay, you over there. You? No Peter Pan at all? You? Okay. Y'all over there. 1, 2, you're over there. Okay. I'm coming down, by the way. By the way, DJ, I need a little bit of victory music real quick, because every once in a while my energy just get a little low, man. All right, come on, victory dance, y'all. That don't look like a victory dance. Come on, man. So you gotta see yourself. You gotta see it before you what? See it, or you'll what? Never see it. You gotta what? See it before you what? See it. Or you'll what? Never see it. All right, now, bring it down, DJ. All right, all my name brand people over here, right? Okay, so I want your name brand? Yeah. Stand over there, stand over there, stand over there, and move that board back some more closer to the thing. Okay. Now, I want to show you something. Come on over here, right? People don't buy products and services, right? They buy the brand. I'm going to get a little bit more over there, a little bit more. Just moving around there, and kind of keep it tight. Keep it tight, get a little closer. Y'all are allowed to be closer. Now watch. Look. When I went to the grocery store with my mom, I used to have fits, temper tantrums. And one day my mother took me down the aisle, and we were going down the cereal aisle. And when we were going down the cereal aisle, my mother didn't realize what a cereal aisle does to kids. And we need to realize, I got to stand for children's rights. We need to realize what the cereal and the candy aisle does to kids. And we were going past, and all of a sudden, I saw my favorite cereal, and I started going cuckoo. Right? Everybody realized that, right? Now, what happened was, that was one of my favorite cereals, but then I saw my all-time favorite cereal, and I started seeing the Fruit Loops. I said, Mommy, stop! We got to get some Fruit Loops. And all of a sudden, my mother starts reaching for the Fruit Loops, right? And she's reaching for the Fruit Loops. And all of a sudden, I just saw her hands just slowly starting to drop, right? And all of a sudden, it passes the Fruit Loops, and it lands on the Fruity O's. I was like, oh, mommy. It ain't have no toys. It ain't have no box. It ain't had toucan Sam. So I just started just losing it. I started losing it. And all of a sudden, my mother reaches out with the other hand, and she grabs the Fruit Loops. Now I want you to just imagine for a second. She's got Fruit Loops in one hand and Fruity O's in the other hand. So what I'm thinking at that moment is I'm thinking maybe the Fruity O's are for her and the Fruit Loops are for me. So my mother starts to go into this diatribe. She says, well, you know, it has all of the same shapes. Right? She says, look, they got all the same shape. She flips it over the back, got all the same ingredients. She's trying to read it to me. And then she says, it's even the same color. And, you know, my mother's an educated woman. And so at some point, she asked me the question, now that you know it has all the same stuff, which one do you want? So I paused. I paused. I said, I was very studious, right? Because I told you my mom was an educated woman. And I said, what did they say? What did they say? Oh, what's my name? Boy. I said, I'll take. See, y'all got kids, right? I'll take the Fruit Loops because people don't buy products and services. They buy the brand. Fruity-O's ain't got no Toucan Sam. They ain't got no toys. And they ain't got no box. Right? And so here's the thing. Let me ask you a question. All of y'all who buy name brand peanut butter, where my Jiffy people? Raise your hand. Okay, why do you buy Jiffy?
The brand.
Right? Okay, that's one reason. Why do you buy it? Oh, because it's smooth, right? Because it got better taste. Right. Now, where my Peter Pan or Skippy? Right? Why? Taste it, yeah. Right? Smooth, sugar, right? Notice that all of y'all believe that everybody say the same thing. Smooth. Right? All of y'all say my peanut butter is smooth. All the peanut butter is what? Smooth. Unless it's like Skippy and it got what? Peanut, or it's like it's the taste, right? All of y'all believe that if we were probably to do a taste test, it probably tastes very close to the same. No. Right? See? They bought into it, right? Now watch this, right? You have bought it because you bought your brand, right? And the thing is, rarely, I want y'all to hear me, rarely is the product or service that you purchase going to be unique. Rarely is your product or service unique, but how you position it in the mind of the client makes it unique to them. Everybody get that? Rarely is your product or service unique, but how you position it in the mind of the client makes it unique to them. Rarely is the product or service that you provide going to be unique, but how you position it in the mind of the client makes it unique to them, right? Now, here's the thing. I want y'all to see something, the visual. These are the people who bought a brand. These are the people who bought a product. These are the people who bought a product. These are the people who bought a brand. People don't buy products and services. They buy your brand. The brand represents what you want people to feel, what you want them to think, what you want them to see. It's your brand. People buy the brand. I didn't want the same color, the same shape. I wanted some Fruit Loops. Listen, here's the thing. We don't buy orange juice. We buy, right? See, you hollered out your favorite juice, right? We don't buy cookies. What do we buy? Yeah! Yeah! And what happens is your brand is as unique as your fingerprint, right? It's the thing that makes you different. Where my football fans at? I got one. Let me get you, right? And let me get you, right? Okay. Come right on here. Let me just move this out of here. I'll just move this right here. Okay, I want you to come right here. You are the quarterback. You are the wide receiver. Okay? Now I want you to watch this. The job of the quarterback is to throw the ball to the who? Wide receiver. Okay, throw the ball to the wide receiver. Right? And you can think that that is the job. That the job of the quarterback is to get the ball to the wide receiver. Okay, that's great. Let me ask you a question. What's the job of the wide receiver? Catch the ball? Okay. Now, come here. Come here. No, you. Yes. Mm-hmm. You're the right person. You have been selected. Now watch this. Check it out. You are going to be the defender. Look, life ain't easy, right? Life ain't easy. Your business path ain't going to be easy. If you think that somebody just going to let you show up on the stage and you're going to be in front of 1 million people tomorrow, it ain't happening. If you think you're just going to open your business and $1 million is just going to start dripping in tomorrow, it ain't going to happen, right? is there's always going to be something, some obstacle that's going to be needed that you will need to overcome, right? So what's going to happen is, let me get the football back. You're going to try to, just lightly try to toss it over, and you're going to intentionally block it. Right. Now, interception, right? Now, here's the point. The job of the wide receiver is not to catch the ball. The job of the wide receiver, come in, is to separate from the competition. Because if he cannot separate from the competition, she'll never be able to get him the ball. Right? If he cannot separate from the competition, she'll never be able to get him the ball. He'll never be able to score a touchdown. If he doesn't separate from the competition, she'll never be able to get him the ball. He'll never be able to score the touchdown. They'll never win the game. If he doesn't separate from the competition, she'll never be able to get him the ball. He'll never be able to score a touchdown. He'll never be able to win the game. They'll never be able to get into the playoffs. Somebody say if he doesn't separate from the competition, she'll never be able to get him the ball. He'll never be able to score a touchdown. He'll never be able to get into the playoffs. He'll never get to the Super Bowl. They'll never do the what? They'll never do the victory dance. You'll never do the victory dance if you don't learn to separate from the competition. As a black CEO, I am unapologetic about the unique distinction that I represent in the marketplace. You know why I made y'all stand up? Because I wanted you to learn how to stand for something. Do your victory dance. See? Woo! All right. Woo! All right, now come on around the board, everybody. Now, circle around the board. Everybody, all my people around the board. Because now, thank you. Listen, the reason why I say that is that's my purpose. That doesn't mean that's your purpose. You got to be a stand for the unique distinction that you represent in the marketplace. Everybody. I ran across somebody the other day that said, I want to work with Christian entrepreneurs, but they told me I shouldn't do it. Who is that? Do it anyway. They launched, unbelievable launch. So here's the thing. All of y'all are speakers, but we got to deal with the problem at hand. Every time I go to a room with speakers, they always are thinking the same thing. How do I get paid to speak? I told you about following the trends. Getting paid to speak is probably the lowest way that you'll generate revenue. Anybody open to some other ways that may be more profitable? Make more of a difference? Okay. I speak for free all over the world. And how many of y'all know I get paid? Yes. Okay, so there are basically 4 types of products that you need in this personal and professional development space, because that's the space that you're in. And let's just talk about it for just a second, okay? Now I know what they're thinking. They're like, oh, the people on the camera can't see. I'm fine with them not being able to see. I can't even talk to y'all. Okay. Is that okay? That's fine. Okay, they should be, right? I mean, I love them, but next time, show up. Andy Enriquez said you got to show up for your life. That's right. That's right. So, the first type of, because all problems, or all products are the solution to somebody's problem. So it's really about packaging the solutions to people's problems. That's all it's about. Let's just imagine that I'm overweight. What's my problem? Overweight. Right. The first thing I can do is I can have a do-it-yourself solution. So I can go to the what? To the gym. I got to do it myself, right? Who got to do the work? Gym is a little bit of money, right? Right, like $10 a month. I'll be okay, but I got to do the work. So the first type of product that everybody should have in this industry is a do-it-yourself solution. The second type of product is what's called a DWI product. That's called a done-with-you solution. So I go to the gym, I work with I work out, but I'm really not getting any results. So I hire a what? A physical trainer. That costs a little bit what? A little bit more money, right? Right. I was ready to get to that, right? Now, you get a done-with-you solution, right? And the done-with-you solution is just a little bit more expensive. That's sort of your coaching, right? Okay. Then, if I don't want to do that, I can just go to the doctor and have them hook up a vacuum cleaner. right? Suck all the fat out, right? And that's, what do they call that? Lipo? Right? That's a done for you solution, right? That's a little bit more money, right? A lot of money, right? But then there's a fourth option. That's what we call a system-based solution. That is, I'm going to help you produce a result, but in order for you to maintain that result, you have to continue using the what? The system, the product. So typically, it may be a little less money, but at the end of the day, it makes the most money because you got to keep using it. That's Jenny Craig, Weight Watchers, or Herbalife. Right. They make the most money of all. By the way, I did use Herbalife. I'm telling you, for speakers, it works. Every speaker, all of y'all should carry those in your suitcase everywhere you go. You know, I don't get paid to say that. I'm not a rep. I'm telling you, get it. Especially speakers. Right?
Myself is a rep.
But I'm serious. No, seriously, you should have it. I'm telling you, speakers, y'all live in hotels, y'all do a lot of traveling. Sometimes your nutrition gets suspect. I'm telling you, get it. Right. So, okay, now we got these different type of solutions. Everybody get that? Okay, now, you price according to the solution. Pricing is a science. Sometimes we randomly price it. You don't need to randomly price. Everybody get it? Okay. Yeah, I'll put this right here. Roland, you got that for me? Okay, now, let's go back to the circle. Business is a circle. On this outside of the circle is your DIY, so your do-it-yourself products, right? That's like your book, right? That may be like your conference, anything like that. You know, anything where they just got to do it yourself, right? It's the lowest on your product, right? Then down here, right, might be your DWY product, your done with you product, and that is your group coaching. Everybody say group coaching.
Group coaching.
So that might mean you got somebody paying you $25 and you got 100 people paying you $25 to all hear you talk at one time. So that's your group coaching program. And that's just a little bit more money. Everybody get that? Yeah. Then out here is also your system-based solutions, right? And in here, this is money that you make every month, even though it may be a low cost, right? Now, think of your system-based solution. Think of it like Netflix. How many of y'all got Netflix? Raise your hand. Okay, right. You pay Netflix. Now, how many of y'all actually watch Netflix every day? Nobody. Exactly. But you're paying for 24 hours, 7-day-a-week access so you can have it whenever you want it. Everybody got that? And so you pay it every month, and so this is more recurring, okay? So this is like your membership portals, your digital academies, and things like that. Now, by the way, I'm going to give you this pen. You're standing close. Come on up here. Right, what's your name? Stacey. Hey, Stacey, I want you to stand on this side of the board for me, and I want you to put low labor solutions, right? Everything on this outer circle of your business represents low labor solutions. By the way, Stacey, what do you talk about?
Women's health.
Women's health, okay? So, Stacey, you would have a book on women's health. You would have a conference on women's health. You might even have a group coaching program helping people with their women's health. That's dealing with you live, but it's 500 people dealing with you live at one time. Here is your membership portal. You're not there. It's called your Stacey's Not Here money. Okay? Are we okay with some Stacey's Not Here money? Right, this is your membership portal. This is your Netflix style academy. Everybody got that, right? Okay, now let's draw another circle just in here. Another circle. Okay? Now, this circle, this is where your masterminds, your intensives, and your retreats go. So give me masterminds, intensives, and retreats, right? This is a higher level of a DWI, a done with you solution, right? So your masterminds, your intensives, your retreats, okay? Now, your masterminds, your intensives, and your retreats, in this scenario, your book could be anywhere between, let's say, $19 to like $100. So let's put $19 to $100, just for example, $19 to $100. Your group coaching program, let's just say this is $25 a month. It's live, right? And let's just say that this one right here is around about $99 a month, okay? Now, your masterminds, your intensives, and your retreats usually run somewhere probably a minimum of $1,000 and can get up to about $5,000. So let's put $9,000 to $5,000. Now, let's put $1,000 to $5,000, so, you know, somewhere around there, okay? Now, listen, the thing is that you got to be careful about following too many trends, right? So when you do a mastermind, intensive, or a retreat, anybody ever been to Disney World? I told you, who's teaching today? Addison Chase. Addison Chase is teaching. We went to Disney World, right? And in Disney World, when you go to Disney World, everybody's buying a T-shirt and the Mickey Mouse hat because people want a tangible representation of the experience they just went through. So what happens is, one of the reasons that a lot of y'all have trouble selling y'all retreats is because there's no tangible representation of the experience that they went through. So if you're doing a mastermind on retreat and you got 20 people, why not take those same 20 people and create a book together? Now you say, oh, you do my retreat, it's $3,000. By the way, at the end of the retreat, we're all doing a book together. Not only do you get the experience of the retreat, but you get a what? And you're all in it, and they all get a chance to sell it. Everybody get it? Yeah. Tangible representation. Does that help somebody? Okay, so if you're going to do a retreat, what's the tangible representation of the experience that they went through? It's called the Disneyland effect. You go to the Prince concert, you get the what? T-shirt. You get the T-shirt. Now, afterwards, you don't even wear the T-shirt. You just have it when you go paint your house. You got it? Yeah. Yep. So now, what's happening is you're now starting to build your ecosystem. Everybody get that? Okay, now let's get another circle. This circle represents your coaching programs, right? So let's put your coaching programs in there. And let's also put your certifications. If you're certifying anybody do anything, those go there. Okay, now, let me tell you what that represents. Most of y'all who do in the personal and professional development space, we do coaching all wrong. We do it month to month. Like, oh, pay me $500 a month to coach me. Pay me $600 a month. Pay me $250 a month to coach me. Coaching is a long-term commitment, right? They got to commit to finish before they ever commit to start. And it's not a month-to-month contract. It's at minimum a 6-month contract or minimum a 1-year contract. So typically, this can range anywhere between $5,000 to upwards of $25,000 for somebody to work with you as a coach. So let's put $5,000 to $25,000, anywhere in that range, right? But what you want them to do is, one, it's not a month-to-month thing. So there's a significant investment up front, right? And they must have the balance paid off before they get halfway through the coaching program. Gotcha. So everybody get that? Mm-hmm. So one of the things that you want to do is your coaching programs are a contract. If you don't have a contract that's either 6 months or 1 year, you shouldn't be coaching them. What you got to do is move them out here. Does everybody get that? So it's a coaching contract. Then let's get another circle here. This is your inner circle. Okay? Here is your done-for-you solutions. Like if you come to the Peak Performance Institute, you just want somebody to do all of your marketing, all of your presentations, all of your branding, all of your marketing, everything, all of your sales team, everything. We have a done-for-you solution, right? And that's the most expensive of all your products. Everybody get that? See, here's the thing. The number one problem facing today's entrepreneur is an addiction to your labor as the primary mechanism by which you generate revenue. And what you have to do is you got to break your addiction to your labor. You are addicted to your labor. See, there's more money in what you know than what you do. Right? And until you embrace that spirit, you got a problem. There's more money in what you know than what you do. Right? And so here's the thing, is that what happens is most of us, when we start our businesses, we start it out right here. What I'm going to do for you. And it's the wrong place to start. So here's what's supposed to happen. You build from the outside in. So you start with your low labor solution. So you build this out, and after you build this outer circle, you start what? No. I got a product. I built it all out. I got to start doing what? I got to start selling it, right? Now, while I'm selling this, I start building this. Once this is built, what do I do with it? Sell it. To who? Right. Remember the circle, right? So I sell it to the people on the outside, right? Remember, the goal of your business plan is to get the people back to the beginning. You get it? Okay, now while I'm selling this, I start building this, right? And then when I finish building, I sell it to what? These people here. Yeah. Then eventually it's time for me to build this, and then I sell it to the people who basically I sold this to, right? So it's your iPhone, your iPad. Now here's the problem that most people have. Most people start building it here, and this is the most labor intensive of all the places that you can be in your business. And because of that, what happens is now you are bogged down, and so you never get a chance. Most of y'all in this room never got a chance to work on all this stuff out of sight because you all started here. And so I want y'all to repeat after me. The closer they get to me, the more I'm worth. And that's the thing. The closer that people get to you, the more you're worth. Now, after you finish building this and you selling this, what do you do here? Somebody know? This is you. It's time to work on you. That stands for yielding on purpose to your unlimited potential. Wow. See, what happens is sometimes you can get so bogged down in work, we see it all the time, is that because you were so labor intensive that you never had any chance to work on you. And as you get deeper and deeper in your business, you got into it to help people, but you start losing yourself. Everybody get that? Yes. Now, last thing I'm going to show y'all is how. Oh! Okay. Now, okay, I got one more thing to teach y'all today. One more thing. By the way, I know it's like we're standing, right? We're all standing, right? You know why I make entrepreneurs stand? Because mentally I want you to get it down in your soul that your job is to stand for the client. That your job is to stand for the customer. You got to get used to standing. If you're the type of person that get tired of standing, right, and you want to be the one sitting, then you need to be in the audience. You need to be the customer. But you want to be the leaders stand. That's right. Right? We stand when we're tired. Right. We stand when our feet are. We're standing. So here's the thing I can tell you. All y'all need is 100 clients to really be successful. I'm serious. Here's what happens. Last lesson for the day. Here's how your business looks. On the outer circle, right, this represents friends and family, right? Right? We call them kind of fans, right? This is your business. And these are people that just kind of support you and love you, and they're not really, customers or clients, but they'll buy your book because they love you. It's like your mama buying your book. I'll buy your book, baby. My mama bought about 20 of mine. Right? And then this second circle of your business, right? This second circle of your business is your clients and your customers. These are people who just legitimately spent money with you. Let me tell you about that. Just because they spent money with you doesn't necessarily make them a loyal client or a loyal customer. I go to McDonald's sometimes because it's just close to the house. Right. So sometimes it's a matter of convenience, So these are people that spent money with you, but there's a difference between those people who spent money with you and those people who are part of your tribe. Everybody got that? Right. So your third circle represents your tribe. See, y'all are part of Ruben's tribe. I can tell it. I can just tell from the energy that y'all all love him. Y'all actually are members of his tribe. Now, here's the thing about a tribe. I want you to start thinking of your business as a tribe. What they keep saying is build your business. I'm getting rid of that. The heck with building your business. Build your tribe. Build your tribe. Right? Tribe will build a business. I'm going to steal that quote, man. You're pretty good, man. I'm going to give him a microphone. He said, tribe build your business. Next time I say, I'm going to give you some credit, Corey, at least twice. But I'm like a Baptist preacher. The third time, right? The third time is mine. Right. Right. So in this tribe, think of your business like a tribe, right? And let's just imagine that to be a member of this tribe, you got to kill a bear, right? Everybody say, rawr, rawr, right? You got to kill a bear. Now here's the thing. In most tribes, there's a threshold that must be met for you to be able to be a member of the tribe. But if you have children, they get grandfathered into the tribe because they are the kids of the what? The bear killers, the adults, right? So you get grandfathered in. But eventually, that child grows up, and they have to go through a rites of passage. Right. So now they have to meet the minimum threshold to be a member of the tribe, right? Now, here's the thing. To be a member of this tribe, let's just imagine we all got to kill a bear. Everybody say, roar, roar, right? And when it comes time for that kid to kill his first bear, all the time that he's been trained to kill a bear. He's been learning to kill a bear. He's been practicing to kill a bear, right? But eventually he got to go out and kill his what? He got to kill his own bear, right? Now, here's the problem. As entrepreneurs, the thing that I came to tell you is all y'all got to kill your own bear. And what happens is, so now you're ready. You go out into the wilderness. You're ready to kill your bear. And when you get out there and you're ready to kill your bear, right? The thing that you got to know is just because you came to kill a bear doesn't mean the bear going to lay down. The bear going to scratch. The bear going to bite, right? So just because you came to be in business doesn't mean that they're going to lay down. The bear going to make you file bankruptcy. The bear going to divorce you. The bear going to tell you not to do it. The bear going to call you an idiot. But you still got to what? Kill the bear, right? Now let me tell you some things that I want to make sure that you know. And see, sometimes you buy somebody's program. You're like, I bought the program. Whoa! This program is going to kill the bear. No, the program don't got to kill the bear. You got to what? Kill the bear. Now, sometimes I swipe my credit card and I was like, oh, I spent $20,000 and it's going to kill the bear. Your credit card ain't a bear killer. I got to what? Kill the bear, right? And see, here's the thing. Is sometimes we're like, well, I'm just going to be friends with the bear killer. Well, if you're friends with the bear killer, he is a bear killer. You still got to what? Kill the bear. Everybody got to kill their own bear, right? See, the thing is, you got to kill your own bear. I don't care what program that you bought. I don't care what system that you bought. I don't care what program you bought. The thing is, you got to kill your what? Bear. Everybody got to kill their own bear. Everybody got to kill their own bear. And see, once you kill the bear, you get to do the what? Do the victory dance real quick. Help me with a victory dance. Come on, DJ, give me some Kill the Bear music.
All right, kill the bear music.
All right, give me some claps. So here's what happens, right? So check it out, right? What I've noticed is that not enough people are used to killing their own bear. They think the program going to kill a bear, the coach going to kill a bear, the mentor going to kill a bear, the sister going to kill a bear. At the end of the day, I got to what? Kill the bear. And I wish I could tell you that you could get away without killing the bear. But you're not going to get away without killing your own bear. Even if you hear all the stuff that you learn, you got to kill your own bear. If you don't have it in your mind that you don't have to kill your own bear, because the bear is the minimum threshold for you to be a member of the tribe. Now, let me tell you what that means. To be a member of my tribe, here's what happens. Come on down here, Roland. Roland, grab this pen. Let's just suppose that I need 100 members to be a member of my tribe. To be a member of my tribe, I need 100 people to spend $1,000 or more. Okay, we got that, Roland? Right? Now, for 100 people, spend $1,000 with me more in a calendar year, right? $1,000 or more. How much does that equal?
100,000.
Okay, this is right there. 100,000. Everybody agree with Roland's math?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Now.
All right. Oh, somebody told me one more O.
Oh, you know, he had it right. It was 6. Oh, I know what it was. He put the comma in the wrong place. There we go. Roland, you good. Okay, stay right there, Roland. Okay, so we're saying that the minimum threshold for somebody to be a member of this tribe is they got to spend what? $1,000 or more, right? Everybody get that? Okay. Now, if they got to spend $1,000 or more to be a member of my tribe, Roland, let's just suppose that all of a sudden, come on down. Was it Stacy? I picked on you before. Come on down. What's your name?
Sheila.
75.
Wrong.
No, you still need
Exactly. Now, here's the thing I want you to do. It's not about her money. It's never about the money. It's about the purpose. It's about the people, right? She was one person that spent $25,000. One person met the threshold. How many did I need?
100.
So I still need how many more people?
99.
So if somebody else steps up and they spend $20, how many more I got to go?
98.
Nope, I still got to go what? Why? Because they didn't meet the threshold. Everybody ain't your tribe. Everybody is not your tribe. It's about your tribe. The tribe represents the minimum threshold by which a person is the standards of excellence that you have for people that are a member of your tribe. Maybe they got to attend 4 events. Maybe they got to spend X amount of dollars. But you have to have a standard. You can buy a program for me. That don't make you my tribe. You can buy my book. That don't make you my tribe. Right? Because at the end of the day, in this tribe, Everybody's got to what? Kill their bear. Everybody's got to kill their own bear. I ain't going to kill a bear for you. You got to kill your own bear. And the thing is, so many times in the industry, y'all hear what Ruben said when he was talking about instructor? He said, oftentimes, that when a person is working with, he said, the person said they didn't want to work with an American because oftentimes when an American was paying the karate instructor, that they wanted to direct the trainer. Listen, everybody got to kill their own bear. And what happens is, we want to transfer, you don't get a chance to transfer the responsibility for killing your bear to somebody because you swiped a credit card. And you don't get a chance to transfer the responsibility for killing your bear because you bought some program, bought some system, showed up for some event. No. At the end of the day, whether they teach you wrong or teach you right, it's your responsibility to do what? Kill the bear. It's your responsibility. Here's the thing that I've learned. That if they teach you stuff that's wrong, then you learn what not to do. If they teach you stuff that's right, you learn what to do. Guess what the secret is? In every leader, they're going to teach you what not to do, and they're going to teach you what to do. So it don't matter because we're all flawed. You get it? So this is the tribe. Now, I came to do one more thing for everybody today because y'all all speakers, and I've not done this before. Y'all are the first. It will, y'all, who wants a tribe? Tribe. Okay. Listen. I did this for Ruben. Or, correction, Ruben did this for you. All of y'all speak about different expertise, different things. We have something that we call the Sensational Speaker Syndicate. It's only open to the people that's right here in this room, right now. How many of y'all have done Facebook Lives? Raise your hand. And y'all all trying to get followers, right? The thing that I want y'all to know is that y'all are all members of Ruben's tribe, our tribe. Guess what? I'm members of your tribe because I'm a member of the tribe, right? Let me tell you about something. Tribe is about responsibility to each other, but it's also about responsibility to something greater than yourself. It has two responsibilities. It's a responsibility to each other, and it's also about a responsibility to something greater than yourself. So what we've created is what we call the SSS, Sensational Speaker Syndicate, right? It's a collective. Each of you will get a chance to be a part of this collective. What happens is this collective has, right now, over 53,000 followers. Right? So when we broadcast any of your Facebook Lives, if I broadcast any of you as speakers, immediately you get a chance to come to 53,000 people. But tribe is about commitment to what? Each other, right? So now what if I add Roland on? And what if I add Natasha on? And Dr. Nikisha on? And holler your name out. Corey, right? And I keep adding all these people on, right? And Jeff! Woo! All of a sudden, when I broadcast Roland, I don't just broadcast them to the main group, but I broadcast them to each of your fan pages also. And let's just say you got 5,000, you got 5,000, and you got 5,000, and you got 5,000. All of a sudden, because we're all a part of one syndicate, now we broadcast to, let's just say for safe numbers, 1 million people. And let's just say that everybody gets a day, right? And then when we get to the end of the people, we go right back to the what? To the beginning. Because my tribe is your tribe, and your tribe is my tribe. And it's about commitment to something greater than ourselves, right? And it's a syndication network, right? It's a syndication network. It's about strategy. And we'll talk to you about each of you being a part of it. So let me give you some rules. First of all, who would like to just be broadcast to 1 million people? Raise your hand, right? Because you got a message, right? You got a message. Now, the reason why we wouldn't talk to you guys about the syndicate is first, there were some thresholds that you guys had to come through, right? To see if you were really tried, to see what things you could do, to make sure that you were in the right mindset, right? Because not about the money. You follow where I'm coming from? You know, making money is not a gimmick. It's a side effect of doing something great. So check this out. What's going to happen is starting on May 1st, everybody say May 1st.
May 1st.
May 1st, each of you are going to get a chance to be a part of the syndicate. To be a part of this syndicate, all you're going to have to do is you're going to have to set up your fan page, and we'll talk about the details. And what will happen is each person will promote their own fan page, and we'll talk about how to promote that. So that Roland won't have 5 people following him, and you got 5,000, but we all broadcasting. So there'll be some things that we'll be doing to help everybody build their network, right? And then what will happen is everybody will pay $100 a month. Everybody say $100. $100. Yeah, somebody say, what you going to do with $100, Trevor? That's smart, right? Basically, you put that in to promote the main page, right? Because the main page has the most followers, right? So that kind of comes back into the collective that used to kind of promote and run the studios and all that kind of good stuff, and to get this page up bigger. So now this page gets to 100,000, you know what I mean? Then later on, 200,000. So when you broadcast, you also broadcast to the main page, but all of the other syndicate pages. Somebody say, what else you do with it, Trevor? Well, Roland went on day one, and after Roland's video finished running, then we ran an ad promoting Roland's video, right? Next day, Dr. Nikisha went, right? And after that, we ran an ad to promote what? Her video, right? And then next day, Corey went, and we ran an ad. So not only does he get the live syndication, he gets a push through the main network so that everybody can get their message out. Now, the key thing is this network will not be a salesy network. It'll be a purpose network, but you'll be able to do things like list build. Now, I do not have all day to talk about this today, but here's what you need to do if you think that the syndicate is something you want to be a part of. The collective is something that you want to be a part of. It has a couple of different rules. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to cut right to the rules. It has a $497 setup fee, and it's $100 a month. Now, here's the things that you'll need to do. You'll be submitting your videos, and after you submit your videos, you guys will be, it'll be edited. Some things will be happen to it to make it, professional broadcast quality. Some of y'all have been watching our videos now. How many of y'all been watching Ruben? Right, you've been seeing us, y'all been really seeing stuff start to push through the syndicate. And a lot of times, like a perfect example, I think the last video we did was like 75,000 views. How many of y'all like to have 75,000 views? Yeah. You know what I mean? But most people don't realize those weren't my views. That was a syndicate view. It was pushed through several different channels. What we got to do is, tribe is about commitment to something other than yourself, to something greater than yourself. Mm-hmm. And the thing about it is, what we wanted to do was get you guys closer to working together. Because we ain't going to always agree, but we can always love each other. We ain't going to always agree, but we can always love each other. Does that make sense? We ain't going to always agree. So here's what I want you to do. If that's something you're interested in, you'll see Shay Brown at the end, right? You see Shay Brown, you say, hey, I want to be a part of the collective. It'll get you the details, no big sales pitch, none of that kind of stuff. It's very simple. There's going to be some requirements as far as your page is concerned, right? And by the way, can I give y'all a secret? Listen, stop creating Facebook fan pages based around your name, because the only people who are looking for you are people who already know you. We're trying to get your message to people who don't know you, but they need you. We're trying to get your message to people who don't know you, but need you. You get it? That's why it ain't about you. You get it? That's why it's not about you. I don't rock with popularity. I do not work with people who basically pursue recognition. I work with people who pursue what it takes to be recognized. You know what I mean? And this is what this collective is about. And interestingly enough, it started with you guys, right here, right now. We held it. We've held it for months, waiting for this moment. When is now a good time to get started? Now. And it's about using these type of strategies and using this type of leverage in the marketplace, because we are all a part of the same tribe. So that's one of those things that we do, is that because this thing is scheduled to officially start the launch on May 1st, so that'll be something you need to see Shay Brown immediately, work out the details and things like that. Last but not least, let me just say something about Ruben's program. That you got to invest in yourself at the level at which you expect results. You do. Ruben can't say that, because it would make him too narcissistic. The guy who wants to tell you to buy his program, of course he's going to tell you to buy his program, because he wants you to do what? Yeah. Well, you got to invest in yourself at the level at which you expect results. I don't get paid to make those kind of comments. When we find somebody that's authentic and transparent, the reason why I would tell you to work with Ruben's program is everything. When he was the student, many of us have had Ruben as a student. But there is a time when the student becomes the teacher. Yep. Yeah. When the student becomes a teacher, when the student becomes the master. He's become a master. Ruben didn't tell y'all how many hundreds of thousands of dollars he spent to go learn how to be the best to serve y'all. Ruben didn't tell y'all about speakers who didn't have the money, but he flew them down anyway to be in the studios. He didn't tell you about the people in this room who couldn't afford to be here, but he swiped his credit card and flew them in anyway. And there comes a point where you got to be willing to invest in yourself as much as the people in this room are willing to invest in you. Don't ever let another person over invest in you more than you invest in yourself. You got to invest in your business at the level at which you expect results. And the thing that I can promise each person in this room is there are people who swipe your credit card and run. They do. But it's not about, your results ain't coming overnight. That's some job. Your results will come. Results take as long as result takes. What you want is somebody that's along for the journey, regardless of whether we're winning today and losing tomorrow. You know, and some of y'all know what that's about. So for those of you who are sitting on the fence, you know, we've all made the investment. And sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. And sometimes losing is only a matter of perspective until you know what to do with what you got. So what I want to tell everybody is, first we got to kill our what? Bear. Kill our own bear. Everybody make the bear say, rah, rah. Now, last but not least, I came in because I wanted to make sure that each of you can win. And I want each of you to win in your life, win in your business, win in your family circles. But as we get ready to head on out, we're going to have our victory dance right on back to our seats. And then let me tell you, I got some classes coming up, right? Y'all got a couple of classes coming up. Y'all got Kimberly Flowers, who's teaching an awesome video class. We have another gentleman that's teaching about speaking overseas. Kevin Wilson. And then when we come back, y'all got Darren Wilson. Yep, so y'all got some good classes. But DJ, let's get some victory music. Clap it up, everybody. See your victory. Come on now, DJ, pump it up.
Everybody.
All right now. This ain't a funeral. Make it happen. Make it happen. Make it happen. Come on now. Let me see that clap. Woo! Turn it up, DJ. Come on. All right. All right. Find the person. Find anybody. Take a selfie. Find the person. Take a selfie. Turn it up, DJ. Take a selfie with somebody. Woo! All right, all right. All right. Thank you all. God bless you. I'm going to turn it over to our beautiful host.
Amazing. Give it up for Trevor.
Woo!
Did you guys get something out of the information he provided? Some good stuff. Fabulous is what she said. Good job, good job. Okay, so what we're going to do really quickly, we're going to take like a break. And then immediately, let's give ourselves 10 minutes and immediately come back in here because we're on our breakout session time. And we've got some amazing people that are going to come and speak to you. Don't worry about lunch because when they come back and they tell you what they're going to do and you go to your different sessions, then you'll be able to get your lunch on your way out and take it with you, okay? So go ahead and take 10 minutes if less. As soon as I see you guys coming back in, we're going to go ahead and have the people come up and tell you what they're going to be speaking about, okay?